where it begins. In the vena cavas, open upright atrium. Onto the valve to the ventricle. Who'd believe blood would come along? Pumping blood throughout me, throughout you. Circulatory system, oxygenate my muscles. Feel alive, pump, 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 transporting nutrients to my limbs. Blood's made of cells, both red and white platelets. Veins are filled with oxygen. The arteries, they are deoxygenated. This is how the system works. Pumping blood throughout me, throughout you. Circulatory system, oxygenate my muscles. I feel alive, pump, 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 transporting nutrients. Circulatory system, oxygenate my muscles. Circulatory system, I feel alive. Circulatory system, transporting nutrients.
Oh, hello there. The heart is the muscular pump of the circulatory system. It has 4 chambers, 2 on the right that relate to the lungs, and 2 on the left that are connected to the rest of the body. Deoxygenated blood comes from the body and enters the right atrium, is pumped to the lungs from the right ventricle. Oxygenated blood returns to the left atrium and is pumped throughout the body by the left ventricle. The bi- and tricuspid valves prevent backflow of blood into the atria, and the semilunar valve, the aortic valve, and pulmonary valve prevent backflow into the ventricles. Your body is made up of arteries, veins, and capillaries. They transport blood and nutrients and waste around your body. Arteries bring blood away from the heart and are highly pressured. They are thicker, more organized than veins, and have a smooth muscle layer which aids in distribution into the capillaries. Veins, on the other hand, carry blood under low pressure and return it back to the heart. They have much less muscle and elasticity tissue in their walls. Veins have valves throughout them to prevent the backflow of blood and to resist pooling of blood in lower extremities. The capillaries are simple tubes. They are very small and thin, allowing only one blood cell through at a time. They allow nutrients and gases to diffuse into and from the tissues. Your blood is made up of 4 parts: red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Red blood cells pick up oxygen in the lungs, which is released by the capillaries. Then it can carry the oxygen to the tissues and cells. Red blood cells are the primary carriers of oxygen in the blood. There are approximately 5 million red blood cells per milliliter of blood. White blood cells are the disease fighters in your blood. They change their shape to allow themselves to engulf the foreign matter. The platelets are responsible for the clotting of blood. There are about 250,000 per milliliter of blood, and lastly, the plasma just aids in carrying blood along. Red blood cells make up less than half the body's blood, white blood cells less than 1%, platelets less than 1%, and plasma over half the body's blood. And here is a heart that demonstrates the blood flow. So it comes in through the inferior and superior vena cava, right into the right atrium, through the tricuspid valve, into the right ventricle, up through the pulmonary valve, out to the lungs to the pulmonary vein. Back into the pulmonary arteries, into the left atrium, to the bicuspid valve, to the right ventricle, up through the aortic valve, out the aorta to the body. I am Dr. Pacemaker, cardiologist at I-1A General Hospital. I hope you found this video on the circulatory system informative. Thank you for using my videos in your classroom. Remember, a happy heart is a healthy heart.